curvature, drop over distance, you're probably going to come to a pretty fucking solid halt.
Mm-hmm. Well, for example, when I get in the car in the morning, right, I drive a Toyota. There are a lot of people in my life that are going to tell me this car is incredible and I can drive it forever. There's probably nice. really, really, really small percentage of people.
And what has this got to do with the shape of the ground?
Hold on, wait.
Hobo, has this got a relevance to the shape of the ground?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It better, because you're wasting other people's time. There's other people that would probably like to talk, like John, for example.
Sure. There's a very tiny percentage of people that would say, never step foot in your Toyota, it's going to blow up instantly. And they probably genuinely believe that, right? So this is kind of how I feel about flat Earth is, there's always going to be that tiny percentage, but at the end of the day, I put my life in the hands of the larger majority because that is what has worked for me since I was a child.
If you're driving yourself, you put your life in your own hands, man.
Guess what? I trust airline pilots, and they all treat the Earth as flat and stationary. I trust those guys.
Pilots do not treat the Earth as flat.
Pilots?
Yes, they do. They're trying to.
Do you know any pilots? Do you know any pilots? Because I know pilots, and the Earth.
Congratulations.
They told me the Earth wasn't flat, so
maybe you should speak to some more. He might be lying to you. Maybe your trust in that one friend is now broken.
Rebuttal that they're lying.
Well, how do you know they're not? You've spoken to one pilot. He says it's not flat.
Okay,
you've spoken to one pilot, and he said to you it's not flat. So you've instantly believed that all pilots say it's.
Okay, but Flat Earth dude just said that he's talked to pilots, and they've.
He has. He's spoken to multiple pilots.
15 pilots.
We've had quite a few of them in here.
This is just you believe what he says.
Your game's over.
Said, back and forth.
Well, so the problem you've got, John, however you say your name, the ground is measured as flat. So you talking to pilots doesn't really prove much.
Okay, so then why did the other guy bring it up?
Because he can.
Okay, but it's not relevant then. If it proves nothing.
Well, we already have the ground is measured flat. So you discussing you've spoken to your one pilot and he's telling you that it's not flat when we're measuring it as such, it doesn't really mean anything. So let's throw that in the bin then. No pilots, no planes. That's out.
It was a direct rebuttal to what Flat Earth dude said.
He's spoken to 15 pilots. You've spoken to one.
Is that true?
So let's subtract 1 from 15. Flat Earth dude still has 14 pilots saying that it is flat.
Does he though?
Yes.
I'd like to hear directly from him. It feels like you're kind of steelmaning his argument.
Absolutely. In the last 10 years, I've talked to like 15 pilots, about 6 of them in person at a dinner, kind of.
The other 7 don't count. Or 8. Or
whatever, man.
So at least let him finish. How do you know he didn't speak to him over Discord?
I talked on Hangout.
I think I trust is in person because then you can kind of validate that they are a pilot.
Talked on Zoom.
Anywho, just the 6 people you talked to in person. What did they say?
Whatever, man. It doesn't matter. The airplanes are designed from the ground up to fly over a flat stationary plane. And the only way a plane can fly is on a flat stationary plane, man. Otherwise, you couldn't land the plane, man. Get over it, bro.
I mean, it's relatively flat, yeah.
You can't land an airplane on a spinning.
Yes, you can. People do it
curving
all the time.
Globe, dude. Not gonna happen. No pilot's ever been trained to do it, ever. Not a single pilot's ever been trained to fly over a curved spinning ball, dude.
No,
ever.
They straight up have because
No, they're not.
Because
you're fucking full of shit, man.
In the sky.
Fuck off.
They're straight up flying over a spinning ball right now. Calm down, bud. Calm down.
And well, the problem is you've got there, John, is you've got to prove it's spinning and you've got to prove curvature. On the contrary, we have measurements of 0. This is where you're coming unstuck. You're making baseless claims. You've got nothing to back this except planes fly over spinning curving ball. You have to bring forth measurements of this curvature. Can you do this?
Yes. Have you ever done this experiment? Stop me if you have. I feel like you haven't, though. Where you...
Nice poisoning of the well, but please continue.
No. It's
yes.
Proof. It's the experiment I did that proved there was a drop. Okay, but Flat Earth dude just said that he's talked to pilots, and they've...
He has. He's spoken to multiple pilots.
15 pilots.
We've had quite a
why
few
do
of them in here.
majority?
This is
Matrix-
just belief. This is just you believe what he says.
Your
I
game's
believe what
over.
he said.
Whatever, man. It doesn't matter. The airplanes are designed from the ground up to fly over a flat stationary plane. And the only
You know, he didn't speak to him over Discord.
I talked on Hangout.
The only thing I trust is in
Discord,
person, because then you can kind of validate that they
Zoom.
are a pilot.
Talked on Zoom. We're talking.
Anywho, just the 6 people you talked to in person. What did they say?
Whatever, man. It doesn't matter. The airplanes are designed from the ground up to fly over a flat stationary plane. And the only way a plane can fly is on a flat stationary plane, man. Otherwise, you couldn't land the plane, man. Get over it, bro.
Booked a flight today, Heathrow to JFK. Headed west-southwest, cause there ain't no better way. Gonna find that old Coriolis, they say she's hidden in the winds. But that just can't be if we rotate east, tangential gradient. Hidden in the winds, Coriolis must be hidden in the winds. But the Earth ain't moving faster with the further south we've been. And we never could land safely with that tangential gradient. And we all know every pilot treats the Earth as motionless. So to think it must be moving is just insane, you must confess. But please don't get offended if this song makes too much sense. Just thank God that landing's easy with no tangential grade. Hidden in the winds, they said she'd just be hidden in the winds. But the Earth ain't moving faster with the further south we've been. And we never could land safely with that tangential gradient. So here's a lesson for who's listening. It's dynamics that are true. No kinematic concept could ever substitute. So the next time you are flying, no matter where you go, don't worry about rotation, cause we ain't on no damn globe. So here's a lesson for who's listening. It's dynamics that are true. No kinematic concept could ever substitute. So the next time you are flying, no matter where you go, don't worry about rotation, cause we ain't on no damn globe. Hidden in the winds, Coriolis just ain't hidden in these winds. And the Earth ain't moving faster with the further south we go. So thank God we won't be crashing when those wheels hit down below. Hidden in the winds, there ain't no Coriolis hidden in the winds. And thank God it's stationary, or we never safely land on a surface that is moving with a tangential gradient. Yes, here's a lesson for who's listening. It's dynamics that are true. No kinematic concept could ever substitute. So the next time you are flying, no matter where you go, don't worry about rotation, cause we ain't on no damn globe. Hidden in the winds, Coriolis just ain't hidden in these winds. And their Earth ain't moving faster with the further south we've been. And thank God we won't be crashing when we touch down at the end. And thank the Lord, Earth is stationary, or we never safely land on a surface that is moving. There's no tangential gradient.
Brother, hey man, 28 pilots going, hey man, Earth's flat, Mongos. Yeah. I love it when people come in here and say, yeah, all pilots treat the Earth as a globe. I'm like, really?
Imagine that. You're flying along, having a great old time. You've thrown yourself at the ground. You've missed. You're flying along, because that's what flying is, throwing yourself at the ground and missing.
Right.
You're flying along. You're having a great old time. Fuck it, I'm about to run out of fuel. I have to land. So you're slowly decreasing in altitude, and then you notice the ball underneath you is spinning at 1,038 miles an hour. And you're going south, and the ball is spinning from the west to the east at 1,038 miles an hour. Now, I would not want to be landing a happy little plane whilst the ground is moving sideways at that kind of speed. I'm sorry.
I mean, I had to put my tray up. I had to, put my beverages away. Because
overhead compartment, bags back in that.
Just got to make sure everything's secure.
I refuse to put my beverages away.
Oh, you put them away?
Yeah, I get you, bro. You
I'm putting them away, all right?
Back in the day, man, I used to be able to sneak a little something on the plane, but not today.
Time to put it away.
Anyway, yeah, flying on a globe would be just so difficult, and it's so easy to fly on flat Earth. They just don't even get that simplest concept, man. It's amazing to me, bro, that these guys don't get it. They just want to defend this globe so hard, man, and like, dude.
Why is that? Why do they carry someone else's water? What's the deal, Mr. Wow? Why do Globers have to just defend this shit like their life depends on it? What is the deal? Maybe you might know.
Well, I'm pretty sure it has to do with MK Ultra training through the school system. And once you've gotten locked into the school system for 12 years, you're kind of fucked, man. That's like a thing.
I have MK Ultra training for homeschool kids on offer on my personal website if anyone wants it.
Oh, I want that.
Oh, no.
I don't know if I want that. I'm not sure. What is
It's obviously a joke.
I do love your idea, though. Yeah, it's good. But I don't want MK Ultra for kids book. Fuck me, man.
Kindergarten Ultra.
Kindergarten Ultra. I love it.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. We got to make fun of this stuff, man, because it's so ridiculous at some point, man.
I just am amazed by how hardcore they defend it. Like, if it was something you invented yourself, so say Flat Earth, dude, you've invented something yourself, right? You're proud of your invention. You've got everything sorted out, the full scientific bullshit in the background. It's all happening. And all of a sudden, some random like myself comes in and goes, nah, that's bullshit. You, as the inventor, would have every right to defend that. You've created it, you've babied it, you've done everything. You should have the full right to defend that. I agree with that. I think that's great. But why are these people defending something that's not even fucking theirs? Why are they carrying someone else's water?
From Black Mirror that you're discussing, right?
No, think about it like this, Matrix. It's the freaking Santa Claus of where they live. And I remember like kids in school when, second grade, like, oh, Santa Claus is fake. And like, there was a bunch of kids going, no, it's real, man. Santa's real. And, it's the same thing, bro. There's no difference. Zero. It just happens to be with adult, 20, 30, 40-year-olds. They're like, oh, no, it's a globe. Santa Claus is real, man. Come on. Oh, what airline pilot treats the Earth as a globe? I don't know. All of them? They're like...
All of them.
I'm sorry, you're the Flat Earth guy?
I'm the dude, man. What's up?
Oh, you're just the dude?
Yeah, you can call me dude, duder, whatever.
Right. I'm the round Earth dude.
All right. It doesn't
this
say
dude
that.
abides your BS.
Hey, man, this aggression will not stand, man.
Oh, that's funny.
Listen,
that's just like your opinion, dude.
Your opinion, man. Like it's just like your opinion, man.
See, now we're having fun.
Hey, man, I'm always having fun, man. When was I not having fun, Matrix? Tell me, bro, please.
I don't know when. I've never been in here when you're not having fun.
Exactly. I mean,
is it possible that we're all just in some sort of
no
three-dimensional projection?
No, that's not possible. No.
Oh,
definitely.
But the Earth is flat.
Earth's flat, stationary, bro.
Right, but we're not in a projection.
No, it's reality. That's where we're at. Come on, man.
Right, but on a flat plane.
Hey, guess what, man?
Dome.
Fire's hot. I can check that out.
Yeah, water's wet, right?
Well, and it's level. Water's wet and level. You gotta add that.
Well, it can be and it can't be.
And water can boil. Water can freeze.
Yes.
Water can freeze. So yeah,
I don't deny this.
I
okay,
know.
so we're enumerating scientific facts in order to get to some sort of inevitable BS conclusion.
I think you might be close to reality on that one because we all are trying to get to some conclusion of where the fuck we live and how it works. And, you know, there were some Mongos before us that had like 400 or 500 years head start on us. And us in today's world with the internet and everything, we're just trying to like catch up to them.
I mean, the internet's always like,
they had all
flying
kinds
around this circle that doesn't exist, right? Because it's a flat circle.
don't know about
or
that.
whatever.
Dude, you're totally strong.
No, hold on. How does satellites work?
Oh, you're straw man again. Hey, do you know there's 19 different ways?
Straw man.
Yeah, there's
That's
19.
not a straw man argument. No, it's about you telling me how it works.
I'm going to give you 19 ways it works without a satellite. You ready?
Okay, go ahead.
It's in the chat. You ready? Go.
No, just go ahead and say it.
Oh, LORAN, cell towers, high altitude airships, high altitude platforms, HAAs, lighter than air vehicles, LAVs. We got high altitude long endurance.
Okay, so
there's wait. I'm only on number 6.
All of the
fuck,
okay,
man?
sorry.
You wanted all 19. Wait, shut up, man. You wanted all 19, man. High altitude long operations. Those are halos. We got StarSat. Airborne Relay Communication, ARCs. Yeah, dude, you want me to keep going? You want to look at the chat?
Actually, you just stopped.
I'll just stop then, man. High altitude.
Well, no, you just stopped. You were like, I have all these things, and then you just stopped.
Well, fuck off, man. Look, I'm just...
No, I'm just saying.
You asked me how satellites work.
I asked you, and I interrupted, and I know that. But you stopped, too.
All right, we both stopped. Let's keep moving. There's 19 systems right here that work without satellites that we use to communicate here on Earth, man, period.
What about the ones that use satellites?
Well, why don't you get me that list? I got the 19 that don't use satellites. Why don't you give me 19 that do?
I mean, you're using a cell phone that uses a satellite.
How do you know that's not just a cell phone tower?
No, we're not.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
It does matter. We got a Matrix, man. Mongo's fucking Googleoon systems. You ever heard of that? Stratospheric platform systems, SPS. Yeah,
a lot of the people that work on those systems don't think the Earth is flat.
Yeah, you're
That's
absolutely
nice.
right.
Don't care.
You're right. We don't care.
Because like them, you're a sheeple that just does your job, and your job has no proof or consequence of the shape of the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
So a cell tower broadcasts a signal. That's all it does. It doesn't prove that the ground is a particular shape or does anything. It just broadcasts a signal. So you are going to receive that signal as long as you're within the distance of that tower.
Well,
cell tower.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but let me just say something. Let me just post something real quick because I just thought of something random. Because I actually work with cellular infrastructure.
Ta-da!
Yeah, I work with cellular infrastructure, and we use GPS. Yeah, right.
That's nice.
So we design circuitry that requires like super precise timing, so we can determine the distance between the
Towers,
device that gave us the first radio frequency. We can determine the distance between the first device emitting and the second device receiving.
So let me get this straight. I got a quick question. Did somebody send this shit to you? Because you were speaking for over an hour, and you basically, I believe, and the way you were talking, you sounded like an absolute dumb fuck, and now you've magically popped up and said that you work with telecommunications, and you're magically some kind of expert. So I want you to be very honest. Have you got someone in your DMs?
No one sent this to me.
What is the Australian version of a Karen? Is that a Sheila?
No, there's still Karens over here.
No, I 100% promise you, Matrix.
No, you're way too light gone, dude.
I'm not buying that shit, Matrix. I ain't buying
Not buying
it. I wasn't here for the conversation you guys had earlier, but what I'm hearing
this way, Jedi was in here, Obvious was in here, and they both left. That boring.
Oh, shit.
But you don't buy me, or you don't buy that I work on that stuff.
No, I just suspect that you would come in here and go, I believe
Jesus said the world is round. End of story.
No, he didn't.
No, he never said that. Mongo. Fuck. What a Mongo. But yeah, I mean, there are systems that you can use to achieve the same thing any satellite can do. And there's 19
what I'm saying,
19 of them. Now, you want to bring up satellites like GPS, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we can get into all the different GPS systems that go back.
Blah, blah, blah.
1920s, bro. You want to get into the GPS systems that went back to the 20s? I mean, they did work.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting because I literally work on this hardware.
So 1890s to be exact.
Who is this guy's drunk, dude? This guy sounds drunk. He keeps interrupting me. Anyways.
Shout out to Marconi. Shout out to Marconi. Shout out.
Hey, that's what I said.
I heard you.
But the circuit, the PCBs I design have like super specific timing, so we can actually know the distance between the things that are emitting the frequency and receiving it, right?
So
And
you get a
these
time
distances
delay.
are-
That's it. So
these
from point A
distances
to
are
point B, you've got a
massive,
time delay. Congratulations. That's great. So what?
Time equals what? Globe?
Well, we know the attenuation of the frequencies too. So they're not.
So
we know
distance
what they're-
plus strength equals globe.
No, they're very different. So attenuation, you can calculate the thing that the object is moving through, right? Or the light. So at the end of the day, RF is just
All
light, right?
All right,
Yeah,
sir.
distance plus strength equals globe.
Put
No.
put one equation in the chat that totally, gives you your time.
Flat out, dude, I'm just absolutely gobsmacked that this kid was as dumb as dog shit 40 minutes ago. He could,
Well, you just
seriously,
randomly brought
if
something up that I knew
if
about,
somebody fucking said to me that this kid wears Velcro sneakers because he's that useless, I'd have said, you know what, fuck it, I'd believe it. He's that hopeless.
All right, if fucking
That's
fucking Jedi went through his Mongo, yeah, I'll give up straight away, man. If
dude.
Jedi-
Okay, look.
That's why I call bullshit. Because seriously, here's your Velcro sneakers. Somebody else still has to do them up for him. And now all of a sudden, he's talking about PCBs that he constructs and how he knows the timing and attenuation of it. Like, why the fuck would you have not brought that up an hour and a half ago?
Well, I just thought
You just thought, well, no, you didn't. That's a
See him
problem.
laughing. See how he's laughing? Like, oh, shit,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
kind
full
of
of shit.
busted. I'm kind of busted.
No, I'm laughing because I genuinely think this guy's funny. What he's saying, I think it's
Well, of course he's
that's why
funny.
I'm laughing.
It's Matrix, bro. And then you got the dude on top.
Maybe you never know.
Shit.
But anyways, I am an engineer. I work with cellular engineers, and that is my 2 cents on it.
Put an equation in the chat. Do
An
it.
equation for what?
For what you work on, what you say you're creating, what you say you're measuring, whatever. I don't know. Time, light, speed, fucking dilation, whatever. I don't care. Put any equation in the chat, dude. Put it in there, man. And that
Any equation.
that you work with, that you say that, hey, man, if it just goes over here and the time and the distance and the x equals.
There's also hella abstraction. You know what abstraction is?
Give me a fucking equation.
Someone's in his DMs, like, seriously.
That's why I'm asking him for an equation, and he's stalling, man. He's like fucking stalling.
Don't worry. Either Dazza or Professor Phil will send you more information. You've just got to wait.
Hey,
Why did you snicker to that, Hobo? Which one is it?
No, because you're roasting me, and I genuinely think it's funny. That's why. That's why I'm laughing.
You've been roasted. That's why it's funny, bro. There you go.
So let me get this straight.
Anyways.
You've got a time between point A and point B. How does that prove you live on a fucking curved surface when we've already measured the surface and there's no curvature?
Yeah. So
Let him make it up. Go ahead.
Well, this is what I believe to be true. This is what people have.
No. This is not a belief. You're actually doing this for a living. Why don't you just cough up what you do for a living? I know it's curved because of the time delay from this satellite link to this one equals drop over distance. But it doesn't do that. It just gives you distance. Shut up. It just gives you distance between point A and point B. The second satellite gives you distance between point A and point B. The cell towers give you distance between point C and point D. That's it. You've just got this mesh over the top of the fucking ground, which is still a fucking flat surface. None of which proves curvature. None of which requires curvature.
Doesn't require curvature at all, period.
Do your devices link to each other? Yes, they do.
What's
Can you
interesting
work
is
out
that
their intensity? Yes, you can. Can you work out their time delay? Yes, you can. I'm not denying any of that. But what I am telling you is none of which works out the fucking ground is curved. All of it will work perfectly on a flat surface.
No, I agree with you. Maybe that's true. I'm just telling you what I work with. This is
He
I'm just
agreed.
telling you.
Matrix, he agreed that it doesn't prove curvature. Time.
It doesn't prove anything. I'm just telling you my experience. I think it relates to the subject.
All right, man. Well, I got a lot of experience too, and Matrix does, and a lot of us in here do, and we all are engineers or some kind of.
At a certain point, if you're measuring these different frequencies that the GPS satellites are emitting, at a certain point, they just stop, and that's literally because the satellite has moved around the Earth.
Wrong.
That's
that means they're out of range with the power that they're putting out. You know yourself. If you're working with radio gear, you know yourself. The radio signal with a given frequency, with a given amount of power, will only go a certain distance. Once you're outside of that, so how do you know that they're not just out of range?
Well, because there are satellites or GPS
Be honest with yourself. Don't be honest with me. Be honest with yourself. You don't know. You're claiming that curvature is cause and effect, or cause of the effect, and yet you've just openly admitted that as soon as that goes out of range, because of power at a particular frequency, it also turns off or drops off.
Okay, listen.
What's wrong? Did you drop into the wrong channel thinking these guys are fucking stupid and they don't know anything? Privilege of being a flat earther is you get a good all-round education.
You have an opportunity here to hear exactly how it works, and I'm not telling you whether it proves it's flat or not. I'm just telling you
it doesn't. We've already established
that. You can come to your own conclusion. So you can come to your own conclusion. I'm just telling you what's happening, right? So we
already know what's happening, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, there are other satellites, obviously, that are emitting different frequencies. They each have their own, like, it's not PWM, but they each have their own. They each have their own message that they're telling, right? Basically,
like Dish Network is a good one. Right?
So this guy is just here to spread this fake conspiracy theory.
DirecTV, they got their frequencies.
No. So there's data. There's packets that are coming from these signals, right? Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. So at a certain point, the data coming in is barely readable, right? So we're not using those satellites to determine position, right? So, and then it's barely readable, and then it just stops, And the understanding for that is because they're on the other side of the globe, So
exactly.
Maybe they're not. Maybe they just moved really far away. But
exactly. They moved out of.
How do they move really far away immediately in an instant?
Yeah, exactly.
Globe.
So, but then the problem with that is if you calculate
what
their
the
distance.
fuck are you talking about?
Hold on, Mister. Hang on, Mister.
I apologize for my language.
I love you, brother.
Calculate their distance, right? Like, because you're calculating their distance, you would assume that the sudden drop off is due to a curve. So that is why people in my field assume that it's curved, right? I'm just telling you what I see and what I know. Right. You can make your own conclusion of it.
No, I'm not being trying to be an asshole or anything. I'm just like, hey, man, you're right. That's what your guys do in your field, is that they see this drop off and then they adjust for it however they're going to adjust for it, man. They're going to add more power. They're going to make a bigger antenna, whatever it takes.
Yeah, maybe the satellites are programmed to have that drop, so it looks like the Earth is curved. Maybe.
Maybe.
Or that would be the conspiracy theory. That would be the conspiracy theory.
Yeah, well, that's it, man. But I don't know if you saw my 19 systems that do basically what satellites do. Did you see that? And those are all ground.
Yeah, I did. A lot of these have nowhere near the same distance as any sort of GPS.
How do you know that, bro? Really?
Well, I'm familiar with a lot of these, especially LoRa. There's microwave antennas that we use. Google Loon is basically just using millimeter wavelength.
Are you familiar with the 10,000 mile fucking radio from point to point on Earth? 10,000 miles.
Yes, I am.
All right. And your explanation for this transmission, point to point,
so you would never be able to get the level of accuracy. Well, you would never be able to get the level of accuracy that you would be able to get with GPS with those types of systems.
It was still done. It should not have been done. There should have been a big shit ton of earth curve in the way.
It should have been a big shit fuck all ton. I mean, there's no curvature, bro. Even back, 100 years ago, there's no curvature.
Most of those systems are what is that called? Sorry. They have line of sight too. So.
Wait.
That's
Why is there no curvature to the Earth?
Yeah. Line of sight.
Why is there no
they usually go through just air, so the distance can be a large amount.
Wait.
I'm not aware of any that can go tens of thousands of miles, maybe close to 10,000 miles, but that's direct line of sight. So
I'm sorry, as a sphere, how does it not?
There it is. Oh shit!
Look like a circle.
I love you, Mongos. You fucking
England
right there
to Australia. Sent under the direction
wireless message from England to Australia. Marconi wireless station, Wales, was received by. It's like 10,000.
This is in the chat.
Yeah, it's in the chat, bro. They made a plaque, dude. They made a place that you could go visit as a tourist and go, oh my God, this is where they fucking transmitted 10,000 miles across Earth without a satellite or without anything, man.
Yeah. And that data was probably super, it was small amount of data.
It was audio, man. Whatever it is. It was audio.
Well, you got to look that up. Maybe it was. I'm not sure. Engineers are engineers.
It was like, hello, how you doing? And it's like, oh, how you doing? Just like we're doing right now. And guess what, man?
I'm curious. I'm just going to do it.
Guess what? I'm 10,000 miles away from Matrix, bro. Right now. I'm 10,000 miles away. How about that? What do you think of that? Damn, that's crazy, right?
Well, that's not you're going through multiple different systems, not just
whatever,
peer to peer, right?
Like real time. And I think they kind of had the same thing in 1918. Yeah, but they were like talking to each other, going, "Hey, man, what's up? What's going on, bro?"
1918.
Yeah, now it was only like a little over 100 years ago. It's not like, but did they have satellites? No, and that's the point we're trying to make, man. It's like, hey, man, satellites are cool. They sound cool. They look cool. I get it, bro.
Yeah. What's the point?
But the point is,
They didn't have them in 1918.
no,
Was that
exactly.
the point?
Well, of
The
course.
point is of use of radio transmission. There should be a good chunk of Earth curve in a 10,700 mile transmission. Transmissions work with direct line of sight. This is not.
But you're in Australia, mate.
I know
Over the
where I am.
internet, you know. And it,
We know. So what are you trying to claim?
I'm sorry, Matrix.
You're claiming the internet doesn't work in Australia. Well, to be quite honest, most Australians will agree the internet sucks.
Right.
yeah, you guys do suck. It's a prison colony.
Yeah, and I'm one of the guards to deal with it.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, that first transmission was Morse code, so that makes sense.
Yeah, line of sight. Impossible.
Is that what the noise was? The squeaking?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so to
of
get a
course.
10,000 mile wireless phone call would be kind of crazy, but, you know, maybe someday in the future we'll have powerful
So
enough
excellent.
radios.
The issue is the fact that this won't work on a ball tard. It has to be flat in order for that to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not
So
going to
all
work
your
on.
claims of wireless does this and all that, that's great, but yeah, we got the facts right there.
It's a tough situation, man.
Yeah. I mean,
It's weird how, like,
Hang on, Mister.
Yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead, sorry.
I mean, there are systems that can transmit, whatever, packets, information, Morse code, audio, video, that do not need a satellite, man. There's a lot of systems that do it. And,
Yeah,
be honest
that's
and say, yeah, you're right. Yeah, of course. And I will admit that, if I had a satellite in space way up there, that I could probably do the same thing, And, there's no way, man, that you and I have ever actually been up to the satellite in space to like fix it or whatever. None of us have.
No.
And whether it's on a balloon or if it's in space, we can't really fucking check that out, bro, for sure, 100%, right?
Mhm.
No, that's just something that we physically can't do, man, at this point. But, it's cool to know that these systems exist and they're out there, or whether it's satellites or undersea cables or Googleoon systems. Yeah, there's all these systems, man. They definitely work, bro. They work. And we agree with all of it. They do work. 100%.
I guess how I come to my conclusions is like, let's see, I learned about these systems like in college, right?
Right.
So obviously there are some systems that, I really can't 100% test and know. Like for example,
Right.
there's GPS, right?
Right. Yeah,
know,
you don't.
Like the GPS, and I learned about that in college, right?
Of course.
But
Right.
there were things that I learned in college, like a bunch of, like hundreds of things, that my teachers told me. And I just believed it at first. And then it took me to go out in the field and actually do the engineering to prove that they were right. And
Right.
every single time, my professors were right. The engineering
For example?
was right that they told me.
For
So,
example,
so that's kind of, yeah.
Wait,
for
wait.
example,
Give us an example of one of those things. That you're like, okay.
Okay. Yeah, so in college we learn about finite element analysis, right? It's like how you determine the stress of a material, right? And like when it's going to break, when it's going to fracture, right? So
Yeah, it's called. There's different
so you
strengths
do,
of materials.
Yeah.
It's going to fracture.
so you do the
under-
math behind it, you learn about it in physics, right? And you're like, okay, yeah, this like I'm just going to believe you that this works, right? But then you go out in the field and you literally put people's life on that math. Like if the math that I did to calculate the stress on the materials that I was doing failed, if that math was wrong, if what my professors told me, people would die.
Did you study civil engineering?
So I first studied computer engineering, but I have a lot of mechanical engineering experience, and I'm also electrical engineering, so I'm like full.
Oh,
full
shoot.
stack,
So you-
like, yeah.
Hey, do you think the combustion engine or the electric motor was more important in history? Which one do you like better?
Well, the electric motor came first.
That's right.
Basically, saying
You're we got a robot.
type. She passes.
Your robot. Is he roboting for you guys
I
too?
don't know. Yeah, he's robot for me.
Okay. So
Anyways.
electric. I think
Yeah.
the electric motor was the greatest invention of all time.
Yeah, I was going to say that too. Yeah.
It's the greatest, man. Without electric motor, we don't have fucking computer chips.
I mean, even the combustion motor uses an electric motor, so
Exactly. There you go. Yeah, the electric motor by far was the greatest invention of all time, in my opinion, to at least advance.
I'm sorry, have you not heard of the fleshlight?
Sorry.
Manga. You said manga. Anyway, yeah.
I'm not even joking.
Yeah, well,
Muted.
I mean,
Okay. Anyways, go ahead.
we love light signals, man. The lights are great, but electric motor, as far as like advancing the world, I think was, at least in my lifetime, it's changed the world, man. Electric motors have really just been
Yeah,
amazing.
now with electric cars, it's crazy.
That's why, man. When Tesla built the first electric motor, he did not make one calculation or measurement. He just like eyeballed the whole thing, man.
Yeah.
He put it together and he goes, I think this will work.
I think clothes were probably.
I think this will work, man. And he put it together, and of course it worked. And it was like, you guys figure out the math. I don't know.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because I actually watched a video a while back where it was like these ancient people who made these structures, right? Like it was basically like, do you need math to engineer stuff? And the answer really is no, you don't.
Right. You can kind of
because
eyeball
math
it.
is just a tool. Math is just a tool. At the end of the day, it's a way to like structure logical thinking, right? That's all it is.
It's when building things, you're dealing with a lot of geometry and not really math. Angles. You're just dealing with angles, bro. What's this angle? That's a 45. Okay, what do we cut this thing at 45? Should fit, man. 45 should make a 90, right? Boom, go. And it's not like super high math, dude. It's. I mean, I don't know if you've ever built like a.
Literally, physics proves that we live in a flat containment world.
And if you ever built like
if you say we don't live in a containment world, bro, promise you, I study physics. Like, I don't want to waste my time.
Well, I don't want to waste your time, man. I love geometry, physics. I like it. I'm not a math guy, but I do definitely build stuff and have to deal with measurements.
What about the geometry of the sunlight, man? You see?
Well,
you can clearly see that it's close, yeah?
Hold on, bro. We're just talking about stuff.
We're talking about all kinds of stuff, but
okay, my bad. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
We were talking about what we know and what we can prove is what we were doing. And
one thing that I actually really don't like is how engineering has such a reliance on math, like especially in college.
Right.
You're taking all these pointless fucking... Dude, I did calculus 4 fucking all the way up to like... in linear algebra, like fucking all this shit, dude. And yes, I have used it like here and there, but like at the end of the day, math is just a tool. It's just a tool like everything else.
It's a language that it could potentially explain some things, but...
Yeah, it does. It explains a lot. I mean, it's not really unified right now in terms of like the language of the universe. But
math, they are discovered, they are invented. What are they?
I didn't catch that, man. You're a little...
What was that?
Little mumbled.
It's important to know where math comes from,
Math comes from measurements, and measurements...
It's a structure of logical thinking, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Somebody had to come up with the first percentage.
It's a quantification of logical thinking.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you got to quantify some stuff.
Go ahead. I'm robotic.
Qualify it. I mean, I love qualifying things that are like, millimeters. I don't know. I build guitars and shit, so I'm down to the millimeters and shit. So I got to, I'm not calculating anything. I'm just like, what's the half of this center? Where's this center point? Where's the... And I just, make my mark very carefully, get it precise as I possibly can. Because, if you're off like a millimeter in a guitar, you're fucked. You're eyeballing fuck all, man. You got to measure that shit. But at the end of the day, man, airline pilots don't have to measure a spinning or a curvature. And they just treat the Earth as flat and stationary, man, which is pretty cool.
Well, I don't think they even realize that it's curved.
No,
I mean, obviously, I'm a believer in the curve. I believe in the curve.
There's a video in the chat. Wait, man, there's 28 pilots going, man. It's flat, Mongos.
I don't think you.
Do you think that a majority of pilots believe that it's flat, or?
Of course,
I would say the majority know that it's flat, and at least they know that they fly on the flat.
So maybe are they afraid to like say that it's curved?
Absolutely, man. They're totally afraid because.
So we kind of need evidence for that, though. There's not really a lot of evidence.
There's some evidence for this, bro. There is. It's a fact. There's more than you need to think, and yeah, pilots can't come out and go, "Hey, man, Earth's flat." Dude, they'll pull your fucking shit so quick, man. You'd be like, "Get over here, son. Shut up." Yeah. But they all know it's flat, and they treat it as flat. They train on it flat. They land on flat. It's there's no other way to fly around Earth. It wouldn't work, man, if it was the other way around, man. Just wouldn't work. You'd have a lot of things to consider.
Well, what specifically wouldn't work?
Well, what would work or what would not work?
Well, you're saying like I don't know, they're training on it being flat and
Check it out, man. So if I took off from Toronto, Canada, and I flew to, let's say, the equator, right? And I took us south.
Just use that one, like Lima to Australia. It's easier.
Well, I
You
just
want to
like
go
the,
from Peru to Australia, you have to stop in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Literally, man, it's a straight line in a flat map.
it's not the point, man. Where we're going, man. It's what we're flying over is what's important. What we're flying over is a spinning globe that's going at the equator, man. It's going 1,000 miles an hour. In Toronto, Canada, it's only going 500. So you got to make up this fucking spin, bro, somewhere, somehow. You got to make it up. And the airplanes are not designed to do that at all. I mean, you can't make up this fucking spin. There's no way, man. It didn't matter if you could fly it, even if you could fly it 1,000 miles an hour. But this is just normal.
You made it.
You're done, man. The plane is done, man. It's gonna crash when it lands, guaranteed. Anyway, that's all I got to say about it. That's it. The physics are absolute, and I've talked to some physicists about this, and I've asked them, and they've came up with some crazy ideas on how it could work. But in reality, it works flat and stationary every time. Perfect. It doesn't deviate ever. And if you were on a spinning globe, you'd have to deviate between 500 miles an hour and 1,000. And you don't. You just don't have to do that. And that's a fact of every pilot on Earth, period. So if you know a pilot that wants to, defend that, go ahead. Bring them in here. Let's go. I got it. I got you. I got a whole crew of people.
Personally, I feel like it'd be really simple to find a pilot that can defend curved.
I challenge you right now to find me a pilot that wants to come in here and defend it, bro. Do it, man. Next week, 2 weeks, month from now, I don't give a shit. Just bring him in here. At some point,
thankfully,
man.
I don't dedicate my life to flat Earth, but
I don't either, man.
I was one of those guys. I
don't think anybody in here dedicates their life to flat Earth, but I will say, hey, man, what do you got for airline flights, pilots that treat the Earth as a globe, man? What do you got? Do they have a curvometer on the fucking plane? No. They have a level horizon on the plane, man. Do they have a spinometer? No, they don't have a spinometer, bro. They have an odometer, period. There's no spin. There's no fucking curve. Pilots treat the Earth as flat and stationary. I will stand on that till I'm dead. And if anybody can prove me wrong, great. Bring them in here, man. Bring your pilots, bring your engineers, bring your physicists. I don't care. I got you. You're going to get roasted because there's no evidence for spin or curve, period. Zero. If you're a pilot, there's no evidence. Zero. I've talked to enough of these pilots. They ain't there, man. There's no way. We got 28 pilots that say, no, we treat the Earth as flat and stationary. We got engineers that build planes and go, oh, we just build the plane to fly over a flat stationary plane. Oh, okay. Thanks, man. All right. And yeah, there you go, Matrix. That's the horizon.
Maybe the problem is that you're looking for pilots that have this belief,
I ain't looking for them at all, man. I just want to talk to any pilot that thinks, they work on a spinning globe, man. That's all. What do you got? You got the curvometer, the spinometer. Which one you got? You got both? Cool, man. Let me know what the spinometer does. That's all I'm asking for, bro. Because there ain't no spinometer. I know that. That's why I'm asking for it, because it doesn't exist in reality.
The spinometer? What does that do?
The spinometer. It keeps track of the spin of the Earth underneath your plane. Yeah, it doesn't exist in reality. That's the funny thing about it. That's why I'm laughing, because I know for a fact it doesn't exist. It's just reality, man. Every single airplane flies on a flat stationary plane, and they land on it and they take off from it. And that's the most easiest, most simplest Occam's razor you can think of, because otherwise they couldn't fly, man. They would have to adjust for all kinds of shit, and they don't. They just don't. And if you can get one in here that says they do it, man. I want to see the math, the instrumentation, whatever they got. I want to see it. Let's go. Let's check it out, man. That'd be great. Dude, I've been asking for this shit for 10 years.
Hey, what do you think about the God, I saw this on the internet the other day, and I've been wanting to ask a flat earther about it. You seem pretty chill. It's called like the final experiment, something like that.
Yeah, I know all about it.
What's your take on that? I don't even know that much about it. I just saw it and I thought it was pretty cool. Like they just brought a bunch of flat earthers to Antarctica to prove something. Is that what it was?
I don't know if they were to prove something, disprove something, check out what actually is occurring in this particular place of Earth during the winter solstice, which is like the summer for that particular region. And guess what, man? It's almost winter for T-Dub and Matrix. We're right in the middle of summer. That's weird. First of all, man,
what's the flat Earth explanation for the final experiment? What is that?
I think that
The flat Earth's explanation for the final experiment, that it's a social experiment, nothing more.
social experiment, right? Yeah, it's more of a media, but yeah, man, I'm pretty sure that most flat earthers, at least in myself and Matrix, AJ for sure, already knew that this place is flat and stationary. But if there's a place on the flat stationary plane that produces a 24-hour sun, that doesn't negate that we all live on a flat stationary plane, man. I mean,
where on the flat plane would you see a 24-hour sun?
I don't know, man. I mean, apparently you can go there and check it out. A couple people we know or talked to or met in person might have gone there last December and checked it out and said, look, man, there's a 24-hour sun over here. I'm like, interesting. Okay, cool, man. You went on where we live and you saw a 24-hour sun. How it works, I'll tell you what, man. I'm working on a model that can explain it, but it might not be till couple more months, but yeah, I'm working on some stuff, man, that could totally explain it, but I'm not ready to present it. I'll wait till I'm done, man. But yeah, so we went on Earth and saw a 24-hour sun here. Yeah, okay. What else do you want me to fucking take from that, really? You want me to get into like, oh, this person did this and this person did that, or you want me to get into the physics? Which way you want to go?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you kind of have to like. There's a lot of either you don't believe the people, like you think they were, they were planted or something, or maybe they didn't see what they were seeing.
You're talking about the people versus the observation. I'm not into talking about the people. I'm pretty sure there's a 24-hour sun. Man, I watched 175 videos on the 24-hour sun in Antarctica, leading up to the final experiment. Man, I was like months and months ahead. And we Gio and I looked into every possible video we could find about a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. And we found a bunch of them, man. It was no big deal, man. They were hard to find. It wasn't easy, but you had to sit through like 2 hours of shit to get it sometimes. But anyway, so we saw a place on Earth that could produce, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm working on a system that could potentially explain that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, it's weird because now this got me thinking. It's like, what would it take? You take some random person out of this channel, and you're like, okay, what would it take for you to be like, yeah, it's a circle, like it's a sphere? Would you have to go in a rocket or something, or like, I don't know.
I think you're right, man. I mean, there's some I don't know if you know what an anti-flat earther is or a staunch glober, but I've been dealing with these guys for years, man. And there's this one guy, he asked me, what would it take, Mr. Dude, for you to know that it's a freaking ball? I'm like, yeah, shoot me up in a fucking rocket. Let me see that bitch from way the fuck out there. And I'll be like, I'll come back and go, fuck all, it's a globe, dude. Guaranteed. That would be the one thing that would do it for me, man. Okay, let's go. I'm not afraid of dying, man. Let's get on the rocket and shoot me out there, bro. Let's go. But here's the funny thing, man. None of us have ever done that. None of us can do that. It's so out of reach for the majority of people. And the mass majority, the super mass majority, I'll even go there. There's only been like 600 people that have ever been, even in low Earth orbit, bro. There's only been like 27 people that have gone far enough away from Earth to say, hey, man, that's it, bitches. I sat there and watched that thing spin. It was crazy. What a great day I had, bro. It was a beautiful day. I watched the Earth spin. Yeah, 27 guys got to do that, man. That's it. Yeah. Okay. You want me to buy that?
It's weird because there are ththings that I learn like in physics, right? Not just like, oh yeah, the Earth is a sphere, right? But just things that aren't so flashy, because saying the Earth is flat is easy, right? But to say like something about an atom, right? You're like proving this theory about an atom wrong. You can prove the theory and you can do all the things that flat earthers do where they're like, oh, look at this, look at this, look at that. But to actually do it, the equivalent of going in a rocket would be like, okay, let me buy a.
But that's what we're telling you. The doing is not happening.
Well, let me finish what I was saying. Is the actually doing it would be like, let me buy an electron microscope and like observe these things, right? So, but how come like that isn't get talked about? Like, how come people are
bullshit.
believing that just at face value. They don't want to. They don't want to like debate like just the basics of physics. They want to debate the big flashy like the Earth is flat. You know.
Do you know how many people in here that can quote Feynman? Do you think he's one of the greatest physicists of all time or not? I mean, Feynman. I mean,
he's one of the greatest teachers, of all time. Physics educators.
There's people in here that can quote Feynman, bro, verbatim. I have no doubt about it, because he just said stuff, in his lectures that that we all take as reality,
and everybody just believes it,
Well, hey, we just take it as reality. And Feynman said it. He's the professor, whatever. Yeah,
exactly.
but a lot of his shit was right, not all of it, but occasionally he fucked up, and kind of went out into like La La Land. And a lot of physicists do this, man. This is not I can quote you from Michio Kaku. You know who that is? Michio Kaku.
He's another famous physicist.
Yeah, he's kind of famous physicist. But yeah, even he said, man, when looking at the stars and shit, man, we're off by like 128 fucking zeros, bro. Yeah, there it is. You mongos. Yeah. So yeah, he was like, we don't do the scientific method on what we see in the sky, bro. That doesn't exist in reality. But yeah, trillions of miles, billions, whatever. Yeah, it's all theoretical, 100%.
Yeah, because to me, it's like not like when I'm in class, right, in a physics class, not
Right.
everybody sitting there has access to the fucking electron microscope. Just like not everybody. Just like not everybody has access to a fucking rocket that they can fly up and be like, yes,
Hey, where you're going. Here's the funny thing about it. You bring up the electron microscope. Even with electron microscopes, nobody has a picture of an atom, dude. Nobody.
Oh yeah, well, because
There is no picture of an atom, dude. It doesn't exist in reality. Now,
have to define what a
How do you
picture is.
capture an electron?
Yeah, you have to define what a picture is at that point, because it's like, okay, is a photo only with photons? You know what I mean?
like I zoomed in on it and I took a picture, just like I would do with my camera.
The second that you try to take a picture of an electron, it moved.
Well, we're talking about atoms right now. Atoms.
Yeah, which is electron.
It's not convenient. It's always moving. You can never see it.
That's right. That's what I learned in like 5th grade. I remember that, Mongos.
Right. So if you've never seen it, because you can't take a picture of it, how do you know it exists?
Percentage. I love the way you think. Usually, not always, but usually. Yeah.
And even that, right? If you want to dive into the electron microscope stuff, isn't it the case that whatever they do put under an electron microscope, they first have to sputter with, micron-sized pieces of some reflective material like metal, like gold or something like that, so they can actually get a reflection.
Sputtering. What does that mean? Sputtering. What does that mean?
Like sprinkle. Let's say sprinkle, right? You sprinkle little dust, pieces of dust,
Some big
metallic
stuff.
dust or gold dust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Pictures of atoms are. I mean, anybody that's got a picture of an atom, let me know, because I've been looking for a long time. Yeah. Anyway.
Like the physics guy, Hobo, you would probably know that one, right? If you use
I'm
an
not a
electron
physics
microscope.
guy. I took physics classes. I'm not a physics guy.
Okay.
But I would not
Well, in
describe
those
myself as
classes,
that.
in those classes, did they not describe to you like the whole process of using an electron microscope? Is that not one other thing?
No, but no, I've never had a class that has to fucking talk about an electron microscope. No, but I've heard about how they work. I was mostly trying to make an analogy, which is like there are certain theories that you just learn and you just accept because they work. But
Exactly.
to actually prove it would take so much work that has already been done by a bunch of other human beings.
What, like the shape of the ground?
Like the shape of the ground.
What was this work, right? Like if you're using an electron microscope to try and analyze something at a small level, all you're doing is analyzing the thing that you're bouncing the electrons off of, not the thing itself, right? If this is the case, which I do believe I've understood this to be the case, right? Because otherwise you don't have any. If you're analyzing something that's not metallic, it's not going to reflect. But anyway, right? So taking this type of shit for granted,
is we
and not
don't
asking
have
these things,
the resources
you get in trouble.
to fundamentally prove, 100% prove to every human being that like all of these theories are like 100%. You have to have some.
You're only a 99%er.
You're stretching.
Yeah, we know that.
Don't stretch, bro. Take a break.
Like-
Don't stretch.
Like when I get in the car in the morning, I'm trusting in all the people that designed that fucking car with my life. I'm going 100 miles an hour.
Oh, horseshit. You probably drive a 20-year-old Toyota. How can you blame someone that built that thing 20 years ago for your incompetence in driving?
You guys crack
Well,
me
there are a
up.
lot of other car brands that are probably much more dangerous. So,
I'd be more concerned about the people that are in them. You can have the world's safest car, but if you're behind the wheel, there's no guarantees.
That is true, yes, but at the end of the day, there are still a lot of things that car manufacturers do that are liable for like people's deaths. So,
what do I call you, man? What's your name, bro?
my name's Ben.
Ben, I'm dude or Kenny or
Nice to meet you,
dude, man, whatever. Anyway, I really appreciate your honesty that you went to school, you learned some physics, you learned some geometry, you learned a lot of things, man. We all did, bro. We're not, bad people thinking the Earth is flat. No, we went out and checked out Earth, man. We went look for curvature. We're looking for airline curvature. We're looking for boats going over the curvature. We've looked into this stuff, man. And I'm not gonna say just trust me, bro, but I'm gonna say go out and check this shit yourself, bro. How about that? That's all.
Another system that I think is really important that kind of gets looked over in like the flat Earth realm is like debate is really important, and like you have to be able to recognize like who in a debate is quote unquote like winning, even though there's not winning and losing, but like who is presenting like a better accurate, like more accuracy, right? Because not everyone can be 100% on things, but just and from my point of view, the conclusion that I took when I listened to people debate online.
Hang on. Why do you keep saying that, dude? We already spoke about this earlier, right? You can be 100% on something. It just depends on the category.
Fire's hot.
At least the way you sounded earlier, right? You kind of conceded to that point.
Well, like even definitions themselves are not.
Okay, so check this out, right? So if I tell you 1 + 1, watch this. 1 + 1 = 2. All right. And to further that, I'll say, and to that, I'll add to the definition, right? In any base, right, that is greater than 2, so base 3, base 10, hexadecimal, whatever, 1 + 1 is going to be equal to 2.
Sure.
Okay,
so 1 can equal 3. And a woman.
In the way that we observe this reality, sure, yes.
Okay, so in what other reality does 1 + 1 not equal 2?
Is there maybe a possibility?
Answer the question. Don't sidestep.
I am going to answer the question.
So how about this, right? So how about you find me one, and then we can talk about it.
Well, okay, I'm not saying this is likely, but there exists a possibility where there could be a creature that evolved. Sorry.
Well, check this out, right? So how would you even? Well, here's the thing, right? So how would you even go to quantify that, right? Because in that quantification, you're probably going to be doing it. Watch this. You're probably going to be doing addition, right? And in that addition step, you might actually stumble upon doing a 1 + 1 = 2. Now, if you're going to go into that realm and try and quantify that, you're going to get wrong numbers because 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. So your entire probability calculation is fucked up.
Well, mathematics is a way of describing like.
I understand, logic, dude. Right? I get that. I get that, but you tried to assert that you can quantify, right? Or you tried to assert a probability that presumably you would have at least tried to quantify, right? But that entire quantification process would, fall on its face in this entire, hypothetical that you're talking about. So you can't actually quantify that. So you don't even know if it's.
But you didn't even hear my hypothetical. I was like interrupted when I tried to give my hypothetical.
Yeah, but your first premise, right? You said it's probably true. But check this out, right? Right, if you're honest, you're talking out your ass because you did not quantify that probability. So for you to say, "Oh, it's probably this, that, the other thing," you're talking shit because you didn't actually do the math.
Oh, I'm a little confused because we were looking at the fact that 1 + 1 = 2, and that seems so black and white, right? Like there is no way in reality that 1 + 1 cannot equal 2, right?
Okay. Well, actually, I can. I can. Right, if you're operating in base 2, 1 + 1, modulo 2 is actually 0.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the definitions they relate to each other, right?
But being hyper specific, right? Making sure all your dots are either dotted, your T's are crossed. That's what you get, right?
But what I'm trying to explain is these are human. These are it's a human system that we've developed to categorize and systemize logic. Right? Human logic.
Yep.
Math.
Yep.
That's what math is. Is there a possibility that there could be another creature in this universe that evolved in another way to recognize logic in another way?
What the fuck?
What the fuck, bro?
Like that,
right? Instead of I'll tell you this, dude. Drop the acid, drop the shrooms. They don't go well together. Okay? Come back when you actually assess that, okay, and then prove what we're saying wrong. Okay? How about that?
Talking about imaginations again.
Yeah, and then so check this out. Did you guys see how from the first few sentences he used the word probably, right? This one I missed it. He might have, but he's obviously trying to avoid that because probability is a quantified metric, right? And he does not have that actual quantified metric, So now he's trying to weasel around that and use different terms when in fact, he's trying to make it sound like it's likely without actually putting a number to it because he knows he can't. But he's trying to still, uphold that air of confidence.
Of course. Man. I mean, that's
it's fucking pathetic. It's absolutely fucking pathetic. So drop the acid and come back another time. Thanks.
It's pathetic. It's it's dishonest. I would say it's dishonest to yourself, man. When you do that, come on, man, own it. You got to own Earth, man. You're on Earth, own it. Don't be going freaking kooky shit, fucking outer space or whatever. You're here on Earth, man. Trees, oceans, boats. We got it going on, man. This place is awesome. Mountains. I love mountains. Damn. Oceans. Awesome. Check it out, man. Check out where you live. Don't believe me, man. Just check out where you live because at the end of the day, man, that's all you got. I mean,
you said oceans twice.
Yeah, I love the ocean, man. Fuck that bitch is such a cool place, man. Surfing, waves, the salt. Yeah, so good, man. It's so good for you. Salt is good for you. Did you guys know that? You guys know that. Salt's good. Salts, man. It's got to be good. The majority of Earth is salt water. Come on. Come on. That's got to be good for you. Damn. Majority rules, right? All right. Appreciate you guys letting me hang out, man. AJ,
you, man.
Matrix, you guys upside down. T-Dub, you guys, I know it's tomorrow for you today. It's different time zones. And welcome to Earth. Dang it. What a great place. Check it out, man. Neil's up. Is that Neil? Is that Dodd Neil? Or is that just a different guy?
Hi.
Hey, what's up, man? Welcome to Earth. Check it out. Or you can check out politics too, man. I mean, that's a big subject these days. But Earth is really cool subject too, man, in my opinion. Let's check out Earth instead of politics. I mean,
let's check out the moon. How about that? Because it's a full moon tonight. Hey.
Oh, fuck yeah. It was a beautiful moon, man. So I was driving home yesterday from work and the moon was on the horizon. It's huge. It was fucking, it took up it's huge. But when I got home and the moon was a little closer to my zenith, it was really small, man, compared to what it looked like on the horizon. Damn, big ass moon, man. It's huge. Damn. Anyway, angular resolution. I don't know. Or they could call it atmospheric disturbance or diffraction or one of those terms. Why does the moon look gigantic on the horizon is my question.
No, they call that one, there's an optical illusion.
That was a bit robot-y.
Why moon so biggy?
Why the moon so biggy on the horizon and then it's really small when it gets over my head? Same with the sun. The sun does the same thing, man. It looks big on the horizon. Damn. It's the atmospheric disturbance. It's the R word. Damn. Anyway, I hope you guys are having fun with Earth. It's a fun place. It's an amazing place. But it's not a ball shooting through outer space at millions of miles an hour, bro. Come on. There's no evidence for it. Zero. You got nothing. I've heard all the arguments. I heard the best of the best come in here and go, I got this freaking ball thing ready to go. Ready to go. Yeah. And they've all fallen on their beliefs, falling on their beliefs, man. When you expose the beliefs, man, you get back down to what's called knowing. And you guys are really good at knowing shit. Damn, you guys are good. But all of us together, yeah, we all know shit. And we can present what we know. Just like if you came to my house right now and say, I want you to present that you can build a guitar, I'm like, all right, let's do it, Mongo. And you go over here, measure this, cut the. Yeah, it's going to be real. It's reality. Fire's hot. That's another reality, man. Damn. I've heard physicists try to explain that fire's not hot, but good luck, Mongo. Let me stick your hand over here in the campfire, bro. You're not going to like it. I guarantee it. I know that for a fact. It's not a guess. Love knowing things. You guys love knowing things. So let's know some things together, That's what we do. We know shit together, just what is real and what is bullshit. And there's so much bullshit out there. We got to fish through it every day. And it's okay, man. I appreciate the effort. We're putting it out. But they keep coming, man. I think it's a bigger societal problem than we can think of, man. Yeah. Yeah, I was down in the hood today. Yeah, man. Tents, people living on the street, bro, with tents on the street. I've seen it before, but today was another reminder that why did certain things happen to certain people? I don't know, but I think they all happen for a reason. Don't always know the reason, but it's a mean world, man, out there. Be careful. Just be careful, man. Love the ones you love, man. That's all you can do. That's all I can do. That's it.